Okay, so this is my first video for the final exam. For this section, I will be talking about cout, cin, and variables. So cout, how you get the program to display something. Cin, that's how you get the user input for variables to be used in the program. And variables can be anything. It could be integer, double, character, bool. There's float. They all have different characteristics. Integer is just like whole numbers. Double are decimal numbers. Well, whole numbers and decimal numbers is included in there. Characters like letters or numbers, symbols. Boolean is a true false type of thing. Right, so we're going to go over to C++ and get rid of this. And here we go. So the first one we'll talk about, integers. So in our variables. So basic variable is integer. This is like numbers. So I'm going to call this integer a. Right here, what I've done here is variable initialization. That just initializes the variable as a something, as an object, as something in C++. Now, what I'm going to do here is assign it a value of 2. This would be variable assignment. So it's being assigned the value of 2. Okay. So cout is how we get the C++ to display something to us. So we're going to make it display a, which should be the value 2. And we always put end line here because it'll make a new line basically. It'll have the output, and then it'll automatically create an enter line down here in the display area. So let's go ahead and save and compile, run. So there we go. We have 2 being displayed. Now we're going to use cin to get a value for a. So here it's the cin. It's asking the user for input for our variable a. Now we're going to cout a after this, and we should get whatever variable we put into that cin value. So saved, going to compile, run. Here's the number 2. Let's see, there we go, number 2. And now it's asking us to input something. So let's input the number 77. There we go. We input 77 as our user input, and it's cout the new a value. Next variable type we'll discuss is double. Double can handle decimal forms of integers, so like 2.1514. Now we're going to do the same thing. So what we did here, when we initialized it and we assigned it a value. So we're going to just cout our variable and again. Save and compile and executes. So this is still running portion A up here. We'll keep that the same. We'll change it to 5. But here is our double variable B. It's assigned the value of 2.14, and here we have 2.14. Now we're going to do the same process with cin. Cin for variable B. This is going to get the user inputs for that variable and store it as the new value. And we're going to see this when we run this line here to cout the new value of B. Okay, save, compile, and run. This is still the first portion. Here's the second portion. We'll call this now 6.789. There we go. We have 6.789. So let's do this now. So cout can output the value itself, but it can also output text. So you use the quotation marks, open and close, and here we can put the new value of double B is, we have to do another, save, compile and run. Select this one, and we'll call this one 6.789. And there we go. The new value of double B is 6.789. Okay, now we are going to talk about characters. So we have character C is equal to, you can put anything here. We'll put the letter T. Cout T or C line. And I'm going to mute all of these things up here. So we can do slash asterisk, and then at the end of the line that we need to mute, asterisk again, and slash. And that will mute all of that. And we'll leave it as like a comment section. So let's see how our variable or character C variable is going to display. Oop. And should be these. There we go. Yeah, it has to be the one apostrophe instead of the quotation marks. So we'll run it. And there we go. We have our character T that is displayed. And we could try adding letters in here and see if that's numbers. See, it won't let us because character is only allowed a space of 1. So cin for C. This will ask us to get the user input for C. And we're going to do the same thing like we did before. We're going to output that as well. And we're going to try to get it to get more than one value. So T, let's put the letter Y, and it displays Y. But let's write it again and try Y, X, Z. It will only take the first value because character can only hold one value like that. Okay, let's move the comment all to down here. Move on to Boolean. So Boolean, describe here, Boolean is just a true or false type of statement. So to assign that, to initialize this, we have bool, and we can call this anything really. I like to use prime is equal to true. This sets it to a value of 1 because true and false here is just being related as zeros and ones. We'll show you what I mean. I'm going to cout prime line, save, file, execute. So we have a value of 1 for when Boolean prime is equal to true. But now we can set prime equal to false and see what value that will give us. It should give us a value of 0. Okay, compile, run, there we go. So here we have zeros assigned as false and ones assigned as true. And this down here now. So you notice that as I went along here, I changed the value of our variable here. We have the initialization and then the changing of the value without a cin input. Cin input changes the variable value to whatever you're getting, but from the user. Here we can directly input what the next one will be. So if we want to, we can say prime is equal to true again. Cout, prime, and line. Compile and run, and we have 101. And that is all I have for this first section.